I made a giant shulker box.
So, near the end of 2019, I made this beautiful creature over here, the giant piston, and this video received really good feedback. This was a pretty good video at the time, one of my best performing at the time of making this video. And then after that, we hit 1,000 subscribers, and then boom, we made this giant piston door. Oh my god, this isn't the final version. I couldn't actually get the final version, so this is the closest backup I could find. But yeah, we made this giant piston door, and this video also did really well on my channel. But then I decided, you know, there's other moving blocks in Minecraft. They deserve some love. Run, 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 and run. You know, pistons aren't the only moving blocks in Minecraft. We megafied this already. This has already been megafied. But you know, we have things like doors, we have things like chests, but most importantly, the topic of this video, shulker boxes. Now, shulker boxes were probably the most interesting to me, because all it was is this lid spinning and spinning until the lid is 8 pixels above where it was before. So if you actually just, it's up. You can't really see its open state because it's covered by the actual UI. So if I can just flick it somehow. Yeah, you get the idea. You just have to trust me. The lid goes 8 pixels up. I had to painstakingly pixel measure it for that. So that is what I made. So this was the prototype. I don't even want to call it the version 1 because I gave up really soon. As you can see, it's just a perfect copy replica of the giant piston. I'm not even going to activate it because you already saw this. It's literally the giant piston. Didn't really go anywhere with this. Kind of abandoned the project for a little bit, thinking, oh my god, how am I going to make this? This is going to be impossible. But then some steps in the right direction were made, and I made this version 1 over here. This is the first version of the shulker box where I had the top and at least 2 of the sides over here. So if we just flick this, let's just see what this looks like. Boom. Look at that. Now let's just talk about a bit about this thing. A bit about a Budaba. This thing is ugly. Look at that. Purple blocks? My god. What was I thinking making that? And terracotta. Jesus, this thing is so ugly and I kind of hate it. So I did not really like this version. But I'm just going to give a very brief rundown on how this works. I'll try to keep it brief, but it's probably going to end up being like 3 minutes long. So middle flying machine, all we have to do to activate it to go up and down is just activate the engine. So all we do to close it is activate these row of pistons, and that will just retract everything down here. And same thing with the sides, all we have to do is just pulse these pistons over here, and that's how we retract everything. And just like that. Opening, however, is a lot harder than that. So how the heck do we open it? So the middle is basically the same. Because there is a gap of 1 block of air between each segment, the flying machine doesn't have to push more than 12 blocks, so we can just activate the flying machine from the bottom, and that'll just cascade all the way to the top. However, the sides, as you can see, the flying machine can't push all this. This is way more than 10 blocks. So what we do is we activate each segment from top to bottom. So these observers over here are updated by these pistons that will push up their blocks, and then these observers over here updated by these hoppers, and those pistons will push their blocks. And then when this segment is pushed, this observer will update, and that will also push its blocks, so it'll get like a double piston extension sort of thing. Same thing with this, it'll just push up all of those. And now the flying machine has 12 blocks or less. I don't really know the exact number, but now it can actually push all of the blocks. So let's just see that top down animation kind of thing. So top, and then second, and third, and then the flying machine, and then boom, it goes all the way to the top. So guess what? This is not the final version. Obviously, you can tell from the thumbnail, I'm pulling a giant piston on you. Just like the giant piston video, we had an ugly prototype. So guess what? It gets better from here, I'm telling you, okay? It gets better, but it gets 10 times better after it gets better. It makes no sense, but let's just see my actual finalized shulker box. Okay, so we're gonna unveil this in 3, and 2, and 1, and boom. Look at that. Look at this beautiful shulker box. It is a lot better looking. No ugly purple blocks, no ugly terracotta blocks. We actually use shulker boxes to replace the terracotta, and we replace the purple blocks with clay, because I already called that terracotta. Clay, or hardened terracotta. I don't even know what the new block name is called. So yeah, this is the actual shulker box. Flick this lever, and boom, look at that animation. Oh my god, look at it all going in sync. And boom, stops at the top. We have some barrier blocks, and look at it. Look how beautiful it looks when it's open. Like, oh my god, this is so majestic. but it also closes because otherwise what would be the point? So there we go. And now the shulker box is closing and it will retract all the way to the bottom. So how the heck does this thing work? So let me just open it first so then we can kind of see what the redstone looks like inside. So if we just look in here, there's redstone everywhere. Oh my god, signature cyan block, no color coding whatsoever. There's a lot of stuff happening over here. And this is just a glass version so we can see what it looks like when it's closed. So as you can see, there is not a lot of airspace in this creation. So how does this work? So how this works is we have 9 flying machines over here. We have the center one, we have 4 edge ones over there, and 4 corner ones like that. So these are the 3 types of flying machines over here. So we have the middle, and the corner and side modules are actually linked together. So the middle works the exact same way as the previous shulker box you just saw. We just power it from the bottom because all these segments are already separated. It will go to the top, and then on the retraction we just power the top and that will just retract everything. So I'm not going to bother showing you that. And now the side and the corner is a little bit different. It still uses the same principle where we power the top first and then we kind of what's the word? I don't know. Snake our way down. I sounded like a Visco girl. My god, please, that's a dead meme. So yeah, the corners is just these little 2 wide wall segments, and then the actual corner is like these blocks, like 3 blocks apart from each other. So that's the corner, quote unquote. And then the exposed redstone over here is just a redstone line on shulker boxes. So not that much. So let's just see how this thing works. So there we go. We get that top to bottom animation, so the top goes and the second row then the bottom. And then the way we actually close it again, same thing as the other one, we just power this flying machine. So that's what this shulker box redstone line is for this part. And then the way we power this over here, this piston over here, we power this hopper actually using the exact same line we used to power these observers. So if we just look where the redstone goes, these pieces of redstone went into these blocks and into these hoppers, which updated these observers. So that exact same line is updating this this hopper over here, updating this observer, updating this piston, and then we get the flying machine going down. So just like that. But how can it get any better, Crafty Master Man? I mean, look at this. This is already perfection. Like, can it get any better than this? Yes. Yes, it can. And I'm about to show you as my shulker box closes behind me. I made 10 more of these. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, but 10 more of these. More of these. That means we have 11 shulker boxes in total. So let's go look at those beautiful shulker boxes. And now we're in another empty, mysterious void world, and I'm just gonna gradually turn around me. And oh my god, look how beautiful they are. We have 11 colors of shulker boxes. These are basically all the colors you can get for shulker boxes. I know there's 16, but I'm not making 3 different types of blues and 2 different types of greens, so there's just 1 type of each shade, I guess. So there's no cyan or dark blue, there's just 1 blue. So look at that, we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown, gray, black, and white. Wow, I said that really fast. So now let's just watch them all activate at the same time, even though you're not going to really see much. So there we go, all of them activate at the same time, and it's probably the coolest thing ever, like oh my god. And boom, 11 shulker boxes are now open. How the heck did we activate them all at the same time? It's just really simple command block stuff. We just have a set block command that just places a redstone block here, and it activates all of these shulker boxes. So now if we just turn it off again, flick this lever, and now all of them will close, and it's pretty cool looking. If only I could actually load all of them at once. So yeah, now they all close and they all open. You can also open and close each one individually. So how the heck do these things work? Well, I mean, it's just the exact same thing, just copied over. And you can activate individual ones if you really want to. So if you want the blue one, or maybe you want the pink one, I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. So yeah, that's basically my giant shulker boxes in Minecraft. World download of this world and the world with the glass insides, kind of behind the scenes world, will be not in the description, but on my Discord server, because now we have an official map download channel on my Discord server. So that's where you can find all my maps. So the Shulker box thing, my Catan, my Pong, my Mapulator, all of those can be found in that new channel. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed giant Shulker boxes. Giant Shulker boxes. I don't know why I did this. I mean, you could build this in an SMP and you'd have the most epic Shulker box shop ever, but you know, I don't know why you would build these. I just built these for fun. So yeah, hope you enjoyed end screen stuff. A boom there and a boom there. I don't know. I have no idea what it's going to be. It's just going to be my most recent upload and best suited for viewer. Depends on the YouTube algorithm, my algorithm. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and goodbye.